Hello everyone, and welcome to my ASMR channel. My name is Somni Rose. Wherever you are, I hope that you are doing well. Today I am going to show you the kind of makeup I use and explain to you the reasons why I've chosen those specific colors. And this video really goes out to all the olive girls, all the olive girlies, all of them. But before we can begin with our makeup session, for the best makeup application, in my very humble opinion, is your emotional wellness, your nutrition, and to be around positive or very neutral environments. Because these three things can help the skin to be more relaxed, to glow from your inner self, so that radiance can glow from within, and you don't have to use so much product. It can help because sometimes there are days and days where we are going through something very difficult, and makeup can help us mask those difficult emotions that we are experiencing, or it can be our shield, our armor, so that we are ready to face the world. Makeup is beautiful, it's wonderful, it's creative, and it's quite playful. So these are just my opinions on how to ensure you are getting the best of your makeup application. Other things that you need for a very good application is healthy skin as much as possible. So you need to have a good skincare routine. I already washed my face, applied moisturizer and lip balm, and I've left it there for a while to just penetrate my skin, leave it nice and dewy, so it's ready for the application. Another thing I'm going to do, and we are going to do this together, and that is to increase our relaxation through deep inhalations and exhalations. So let's do this together. Just right now, just breathe at your own pace. And let's begin. So in the count of 4, you inhale deeply. And the count of 4, we exhale deeply. We're going to do this 4 times. So inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time. Inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. And find your own pace. Okay. As you find your own breathing rhythm, the pace that is more comfortable for you, I'm going to share with you a recent revelation that I had. For you see, for a very long time, I've used very specific colors for my eyeshadows as well as for my lips. For example, the color I've always gravitated towards when it comes to my lips has been gorgeous, bright reds. So much so that it basically became one of my trademarks. Well, since I started to change hair colors, the red lipstick no longer worked. It seemed to clash with the champagne blonde frontal lights that I currently have. It just wasn't the same. It seems that those two colors were competing with one another. And I tried different shades of red because I was determined to not give up that color. And well, it hasn't really worked out. The champagne blonde is winning so far this battle. But not to digress. The beautiful and wonderful thing about makeup is you can always wash it off if you do not like the color and try again with another shade. So my perfect red is out there somewhere waiting to be discovered. It's somewhere on a beautiful magic lipstick boutique. Or should I say magical lipstick boutique? Well, in my pursuit to find different colors that work with this combination, I found out something else about myself. And that is, I am an olive. And what that means is I have a green tint in my skin. My understanding is olive is referring to the green color seen in your skin. It does not refer to your skin tone. As a result, you could be very, very, very light skin, very, very light skin, very fair, or you can have very, very deep tone skin shades. It is not referring to your skin tone. It's referring specifically to the green seen in your skin, and this can happen to anyone, no matter if they are fair or very deep tone. And how do you know if you are an olive? Well, you can find many video tutorials about this. I am just going to share with you my personal experience and what resonated with me when watching these other makeup tutorials from makeup aficionados and professional makeup artists. Number one, you see the green in your skin. I see this everywhere in my body. 2, you can never find the right foundation. Hence the reason why I don't wear foundation. It's not very common because it either looks too orange, too yellow, too rosy. It just is never the right color. 3, I always look different colors under different lights. Under very bright natural sunlight, I look very light skin, very light. But then in the shade, indoors, I look dark, like it's a darker color. Under fluorescent lights, I look like a different color. And this happens on the same day. Basically, I am a chameleon. It works to my advantage, but it works to my disadvantage when choosing colors, because a specific color can look great on my features, my skin, only when I am outside. The moment I step indoors, that color is now clashing with everything else. So those were the 3 main ways that I found out that I was an olive. Well, I was going through TikTok a lot, looking for all these makeup videos targeted to olive skin types, and I found that one of the colors that work really well for us is purple. That's right, purple. This is the reason why you are getting ready with me while I'm using an array of purple colored makeup. In addition, I am using a purple light on my light bulb, hence the reason why I look this way, and hence the reason why you can see some purple on my palms, and hence the reason why my hair also looks different. Anyways, I hope that some of the tips that you find in this video are helpful in your makeup search, especially if you are an olive as well. But I have to include a disclaimer. None of this is professional advice. Please always consult with a professional, a makeup artist, your dermatologist, your esthetician, your local makeup store, as many of the staff are makeup artists who work there, and they can give you additional information about the products, ingredients, and any other questions you may have. A reminder that ASMR is quiet entertainment. All right, so now that I have gotten that out of the way, I want to show you some of the makeup I use for my daily wear. Now, I did mention that I use purple makeup. However, I use this type of eyeshadow, which is not purple. It's mostly these beige colors, which complement nicely with the purple, as well as with the color of my eyes. So I'm going to show you this, and you can tell which of these 4 I use quite regularly because I am almost out of it. So I'm going to begin with this shade as my base. Another thing I would like to mention is this video is sponsored by me. I heard another YouTuber say that. I believe her name is Michelle. I'll leave the details in the description box. So basically, I am the one who purchased these products. This video is not sponsored by any other brand names that you may happen to recognize as I show you my makeup products. Some of them have very unique packaging, so it's very easy to recognize the brand name. It is not my intention to promote them, but if they happen to see this video and they would like to support this channel, by all means you can get in touch with me. I'm going to use my pocket mirror, and I mostly use my fingers when it comes to makeup application. I just ensure my hands are well washed, well cleaned, and not overly moisturized, because sometimes the lotion can affect the makeup and you might not be able to apply it correctly. Also, most of the times I carry my small makeup bag in my backpack when I travel. Therefore, makeup brushes, they take up more space. And this is the reason why I've gotten used to doing my makeup just using my fingers. So now that I've applied the base, I'm going to use the second one because I'm going to apply it slightly on top of the other color. And the reason I like this one so much is because it's a little bit shimmery. Now I'm going to apply the third one, which is more of a light beige color. Correction, it's more like cream. So all these four colors, they're very similar to each other. They're just different shades. They are either the light or darker version of each other. There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my other eye. So repeating the same steps, starting with shade number 1. And again, I'm just following the same pattern as I did for the other eye. The advantage of these colors, this small palette I have, is they are soft colors. They are mostly designed for everyday makeup wear and daytime. They are not necessarily very pigmented. The impression I get is it's designed for someone who perhaps doesn't like to wear very pigmented eyeshadows. Personally, I struggle with very pigmented eyeshadows because I don't know how to use them exactly. And the moment I make a mistake is quite noticeable. So I prefer to use these types of shades because they are a little more forgiving. You won't be able to see my mistakes that much. Eventually, I do want to experiment with very pigmented eyeshadows. I'll get there eventually. So now I'm using the second color and applying it on top of the first color. And lastly, I am applying the cream color as my third layer. But this cream color is just gonna go on the outer parts or areas of my eyelid. See? Go there. I do have some paper towel. So I'm just going to gently wipe away some of that eyeshadow that are on my fingers. There we go. I think I got most of it. I am done with the eyeshadows. Now I am moving on to my eyebrows. And I love using this eyebrow brush. It's just perfect. Perfect and perfect. Sometimes I think I brush them too much, but the reality is the sensation of brushing my eyebrows is just very, very, very soothing. One of the things I use for my eyebrows to fill them in is this product right here. It's a liquid eyebrow application, but the color is not the same as my eyebrows. I actually use blonde. This is more like a very, very, I would say, very, very light brown, a little bit beige. It's not exactly blonde, but it's meant to be used for people who have blonde colored eyebrows. Why do I use this? For the reason that I have two hair colors currently. So I have the champagne blonde and my natural dark hair. Also, I find that whenever I used eyebrow products that match my hair color, I feel that it intensifies my eyebrows and I don't like it. Therefore, when I mix it with blonde, with my natural eyebrow color, it gives it that nice daylight balance where that I am looking for. I am not looking for that very defined eyebrow look. I'm looking for something that is more subtle and yet filled in. As well as I find that because it's a lighter shade than my eyebrows, it's also very forgiven in the event that I do a mistake, because mistakes do happen, especially when I'm in a hurry and I'm trying to do my makeup very fast. So I'm going to do the same thing here with the other eyebrow. This is the reason why eyebrow care is very important, that you shape your eyebrows accordingly, or you find a professional who can, I believe it would be an esthetician or even a makeup artist, someone who is very, very proficient at eyebrow design. Because this way, when it comes to applying makeup onto your eyebrows, it won't take you that long, because the foundation, the base is already there. You're just simply cleaning them up, cleaning them up, cleaning them up. What do you think so far? See, you can see the difference, but it is subtle. Now, I am going to curl my lashes before I apply eyeliner. I understand that some people don't like to see people curling their eyelashes, so I am going to be right back. And we're back. The next thing I am going to use is purple eyeliner. That's right. Now we are entering purple territory. Now there are all kinds of eyeliners in the shade of purple. Some are more of a darker eggplant. Some of them are lighter, where you can really see that it's purple. This shade that I am using is very purple. However, under fluorescent lights, it just looks like a regular dark colored eyeliner. However, once I am out and about, outside, under the sunlight or natural lighting in general, you can really, really appreciate the purple. In case you've never worn purple eyeliner, perhaps you might be a little bit shy about trying something new, just letting you know there are other shades of purple, again, that are darker. So the purple would be more subtle. Because this is a pencil eyeliner, sometimes I find it a little bit more difficult to create that wing that I really like. The disadvantage of pencil eyeliner, at least for me, is it has to be freshly sharpened to get that nice point, and it makes it easier for me to create the eyeliner. Whereas liquid eyeliner, this is my favorite point. At the moment, I don't have a liquid purple eyeliner, so I'm going to use this just to help me create the shape that I like, and then on top of it, I'm going to add What I like about this brand is the pencil eyeliner is quite smooth. The color, it shows right away. It just glides on easily. You don't feel that you are tugging your skin to get the color to show up. So there we go. You can see the difference between the two already. Going to do the same thing with the other eye. I'm going to use my brown eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, to create the shape that I want. And then I'm going to use the purple eyeliner on top of the liquid eyeliner. This is how I create the wing. I just focus on this part of my eye. I create the tail and then drag it down. See? And you decide how thick, how thin you want the line, or sometimes, honestly, sometimes you just have to go with what you get, because there are mornings where I cannot get the wing that I really want. Maybe it's a little too thin and I want it thicker, and it just isn't working out for me that morning. I just have to compromise with my abilities and just say, well, this is what I'm going to get today. I'm going to make the best of it. I also realized that I made a teeny tiny mistake, and that was I forgot to sharpen my eye pencil before recording this video. Hence the reason why I'm not really showcasing the potential of this great eyeliner. However, I'm hoping that perhaps you are already getting sleepy, 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 so you won't be seeing these details. You're just sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Now, the next is my new favorite mascara, purple mascara. Yes, purple mascara. Believe it or not, you can see the purple under natural light in the sunlight, but indoors, it just looks like a regular black mascara. So just letting you know, in case you want to try it, but maybe you're a little bit shy to do so. And here we go. Apply, 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 and apply, and apply. Look at this, just absolutely pretty. So pretty. I don't have full lashes. I know, I'm being dramatic. This is the reason why, and I know I do this. This is the reason why I over apply mascara thinking that somehow it's going to elongate my lashes. Per application, I'm getting a teeny tiny more in length, but I'm not. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is another makeup application that for some reason I find very soothing. However, I need to work a little fast because as this mascara dries up, there's another mascara I need to use, and that is the clear mascara. You can use this for your eyebrows to set them in place, but I used the clear mascara so that the mascara does not fall off, because I don't know, I think it's because of the shape of my eyes, maybe the length of my eyelashes, I don't know, maybe it's the weather, but I tend to be a raccoon, so I'll apply my mascara and within the hour I'll have these dark circles or flakes, and it's because the mascara, even if it's waterproof, it has fallen off. However, applying the clear mascara to seal the color mascara prevents from the color mascara flaking off and falling off onto my cheeks and giving me that raccoon look. Nothing wrong with raccoons. I'm just saying that may not be the look that you're going for on that day. Okay, so this is the mascara. One of the things I forgot to mention about the clear mascara is after using it, it is recommended that you use tissue, paper towel, and wipe it clean. You need to wipe the brush clean so that the contents of the color mascara do not contaminate the clear one. It helps to make your clear mascara last a little longer. Alright, so I am almost done with my eyes. Almost. Back in the day, before finding out that I am an olive girl, I would skip foundation. I would also skip blush, because if I wore pink blush, it disappeared. If I wore a peach colored blush, you could see it, but then it would it wouldn't look pretty. It wouldn't last again, because as an olive, I look different colors in different shades, like depending on the light. So the peach blush would look nice only under specific lighting. Therefore, I give up wearing blush altogether until I learned about purple blush. That's right, purple blush. This one is in liquid format, but you can get it in powder, creams, and there's an array of options. You can also get purple blush in light purple or a deeper purple, because again, it depends on the effect that you want, and it also depends on your skin tone. This shade works really well for me. Another advantage of this product is I don't need a lot. Trust me on this one. I don't need a lot. The first time I tried it, I over applied. Just need 1, 2. Okay, a little bit more here. That's it. That's it. That is plenty. I know it doesn't look it, but trust me, it spreads everywhere. So with the tips of my fingertips, I'm going to spread it where I want the color to go. One thing I have to say is because I have gone so long without wearing blush that I've yet to master where it's supposed to go on my cheeks exactly. Because depending on where you apply it and how you apply it, it can widen your face, which is good if that's what you're going for. And on some it can elongate the face, and I've yet to figure that out. So for now, this is how I am applying it for now. Once I have updates on my blush technique, I can make another video about that. Now, the reason I mentioned that I am almost done with my eye application is because one of the things I like to do is just take a teeny tiny bit of that blush and apply it to my eyelids, just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And what it does is it circles both things together. It just ties them up nicely. See? I hope you can see the blush. And it does not look purple. It looks pink. I've heard that if you use a light purple blush on olive, it's going to look like a light pink. But if you're looking for that dark red blush, again, it all depends on the makeup style that you're going for. Then you might want to consider a deep purple blush so that you get those flush rose cheeks. Okay, why does purple blush work so well on the olive girlies? Like, why? Because according to color theory, olive is, let's see, it's yellow and blue make green. Okay, purple is made with red and blue. Blue cancels out the yellow, and red is the only color that stays behind. So by applying purple blush onto my skin, for example, the blue and the purple is canceling out the yellow in my olive. Hence the reason why only the redishness of the blush remains. Pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, now lipsticks. All right, I'm glad you asked because I have, let's see, I have 3 options. This is a gorgeous purple liquid gloss. This is a purple lipstick. This is also a purple lipstick, but they are different shades. I also have another deep purple lipstick. It's darker than this one, but it's so gorgeous. It looks, I love it. I love it. This is more like a medium purple, but what's interesting is that under this light, it looks very pinkish. This one here is purple as well, but it's not a light purple, neither dark. However, when I apply it, it looks like a nude color. It's incredible. I don't understand color theory that well, but when I do, when there are certain aspects of it that I understand about color theory, my mind is blown, like completely blown. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's go with nude. It's just so that you can see what this looks like. Again, it's not nude, it's purple, but you'll see. I also do not use lip liner because I usually do my makeup in 15 minutes, and lip liner just adds to it. So what I'm doing is I'm using the actual lipstick to line my lips, and then I fill them in. Look at this. Come on. Look at this. Okay, so you can get a better look. Wow, look at this. With this light bulb that I'm using, I'm noticing it looks more purple. But under this light, it looks more nude, more, I would say, more earthy. Yeah, that's the color. It looks more earthy. So maybe not exactly nude. Is earthy part of the nude family? I need to do my research on that. But if you happen to know, maybe you can educate us in the comments. Now I'm going to let down my hair just so that you can see everything put together. Also, I am wearing purple earrings. See? So before I let down my hair, this would be something I use, that I actually use for everyday wear. Every day. And I still haven't found a foundation that works for me, but I have heard that there are companies who are now producing foundations for people with olive skin. So I need to do research on that. Okay, so just, let's see, I'm gonna have to come back. Let me brush my hair. And we are back. Just a reminder that I am using a colored light bulb, and I have it on the light purple setting. This is the reason why the hair could look a little off. It's because it's picking up the color from the light bulb. But I think it's doing a wonderful job at enhancing my lavender blouse and my purple makeup. So what do you think? What do you think of the look? I do want to expand on my purple color makeup and just try different shades of it, try different looks, or if you have any other suggestions, other colors that work really well with olive skin, with brown eyes, and as well with this color hair combination, please let me know. Help us out, because I spent so many years depriving myself of blush depriving myself of foundation and other wonderful colors that I could have been using all along to enhance my features. And I don't want to gatekeep that information from someone else, because makeup is fun. It's fun. It can bring out the best in you. For me personally, I've had so many positive experiences with makeup. That's why I love it so much. Not only because it allows me to express myself, all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure you have your own stories too. So I want to continue learning more about it and so forth. And I hope that you are on that same journey, that you are on that same page as me. And well, if you are sleepy, I hope that you are having the sweetest dreams, the sweetest and sweetest of dreams. And if you are still awake, let's just spend a few more seconds together and lose yourself in beautiful, beautiful purple clouds, colors and plums, eggplant, violet, lavender, lilac, orchid, periwinkle, amethyst, wine, mulberry, royal, purple. Until next time.